Hello, my friends. Welcome to my channel, Bringer of Light Intuitive. I'm Cindy. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome in or welcome back, depending on if you are new. And if you are, I would love to hear from you in the comments below. Please say hi so that I can meet you and welcome you to my amazing community here. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing. And thank you for also booking your private readings with me. Shout out to all of my private clients. All right. In the shuffle, we're going to dive into a who am I reading for reading, and that's where I get a message and you tell me who I'm reading for. As always, that's what we do around here. But in the shuffle, when I was preparing for your reading, I kept seeing actually the Sun and the Magician, and so it feels like you are receiving something. You know what I call the Sun, the big fat yes. I have the Four of Swords here, and it feels like you've been in preparation mode. It feels like the sun is about to come out where, it might have felt very stormy. It might have felt very unlikely that any manifestations were going to come through. It might have felt like you've been in this recovery phase for a while. Perhaps you've been self-care. Perhaps you've been going through some sort of a health journey, but it feels like you are resting, you are recovering, you are recalibrating, and you're being prepared for that new beginning of the Ace of Swords right here, breakthrough energy. And so it feels like what you've been manifesting, or it feels like I want to tell you, you have been manifesting. However, it may not look like anything is changing. However, we have the Two of Wands here, Queen of Pentacles. We have the Two of Wands and the Fire Pony, as I call this one. What else do I see here? The Ten of Pentacles. All right. Something's definitely coming together for you. So, you know what I've been saying about the Knight of Wands. I've been calling him the Fire Pony. This is the season of the Fire Pony. This is the year of the Fire Pony, the Fire Horse. Everything is changing. Something about what you're manifesting, what you're working towards, is changing. And it feels like the fire comes in. And this is the sun, the sun fire comes in and just, obliterates the obstacles, obliterates the confusion, obliterates the fog, that you can't see that something is actually coming together for you. And hello, Trash Truck. Thank you for joining us today. I'm going to pause you for a moment. All right. So this card tells me that you might have been rerouted, and that's been coming through in many of our messages here recently. Rerouting from this, maybe you were on a path here, but you're on a new path here. You're seeing things different. You're going in a different direction. But I feel like this maybe was the universe had to recalibrate you, and had to reroute you and put you on the path towards what it is that you've been asking for, okay? And this has been happening to a lot of us, me included, in our community here. And now it's time, the horse, the fire horse season, it's like now there is movement, because we had to be recalibrated. We had to maybe see something differently. We had to let go of some old versions of us that was not aligning with what it is that we wanted or what we've been asking for. Now, for some of you, we've got the world here in his hands. So it's like this can talk about travel. This can talk about moving, if that resonates or that fits for you. But what I'm seeing here is that someone had to be rerouted because whatever you were holding on to, whatever you were doing, wasn't getting what you wanted. And now everything's changing. There's movement here. There is sudden success. There is sudden new beginnings. Let's see what else wants to come through. Know that you are so worthy. And maybe that was the rerouting. Maybe you didn't see your worth before, on that old path. Maybe you were taught because of things that you went through in your past. Maybe you were taught to think that you were not good enough, taught to think that you were not worthy or valuable. And now you see your worth, and now you see your value. You have this beautiful sense of self-worth that is different from what it was before. And now you're ready to receive whatever this is. That Ten of Pentacles, that is the dream. That's, oh, okay. Okay. Huh. All right. Very well could be love. Very well could be a healthy relationship that is balanced, that is happy, that is reciprocal. Maybe in the past you didn't receive maybe you felt like you were not valued. Maybe you gave and you gave and you gave and you did not receive. And now the scales have been set back to balance, and we have this reciprocation energy, this law, I like to call it the law of reciprocation. The law of is that what I call it? You know, because you've been following me for a while. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Balance. It's reciprocal. It's I match your energy. I match your emotion. I match your communication. I'm showing up consistently in your world. These are 2 6s, okay? This is by choice. Maybe I should cover these up. This is a choice card, the Lovers. Both of us choosing to put in the effort and be consistent. Both of us choosing a happy, healthy relationship. Both of us choosing each other, prioritizing each other. There is no out of balance energy. There is no I'm putting in all the effort while you take all my effort. That is something from the past. This is a very balanced, healthy, stable relationship energy as well. It's very soulmate energy, but it's also longevity. This is whatever is changing here, and whatever this represents to you, this is something you can trust. This is when 2 6s show up in a reading for me as a reader, it tells me that this is a relationship you can trust. This is very trustworthy, or this is the right path. You can trust the path that you're on now. You can trust that it is taking you to what you've asked for. This is an increase in finances. This is longevity. This is happy family stuff here. This is longevity and like legacy in your family, watching, you know, your kids grow up and have kids, and watching those kids grow up and have kids. This is legacy stuff here. This is life-changing stuff here. This is life-changing relationship. This is life-changing finances. This is a business taking off. This is high-level success. This is what you've been asking for. But there was something that you needed to recalibrate. There was something that you needed to be rerouted from to put you on the path towards what this is. And now it's like the year of the fire horse is like, we are not messing around anymore. We are moving now. We are moving. We are setting fire to anything that was in the way before. We're not wasting time. We're not playing with the old way of thinking, the old way of behaving, the old way of accepting less than reciprocal energy in work, finances, love, all of it. We're no longer pouring our energy into anything or anyone that doesn't also pour into us. We're being very decisive about that. We're being very intentional about that. And the universe is responding by setting fire to anything that was in the way. And now you're coming into divine alignment with your perfect situation, whatever that is, you know, because like I said, the 10 of Pentacles, that's that energy of, this is my happy ending. This is my dream. This is what I've been working towards. It's all coming together for you here. But you had to go through a rerouting in order to be put on the path towards it. And now, like I said, we've shifted out of the snake year and right into the fire horse year, where we are moving with determination and fire, and nothing is getting in our way. One more card for you. Queen of Wands and the Fool. Yes. Oh, we also got the Queen of Swords. Oh, this is that energy of decisive intentional. I am standing in my truth. I am not accepting less. I am not afraid to cut something out that doesn't fit where I'm going. If you don't align with my energy, you're not the one. If you don't show up in the energy that matches mine, you're not the one. I am literally in my fire. I am in my authentic self. I am magnetic. And I am beginning a brand new cycle. I am free from everything that held me back. I am in my power. I am in my truth. I might be finding my voice and laying some serious boundaries. But you know what? It's for my own highest good, because I'm doing life that way now. And I'm trusting that my path is leading me to exactly what I want, exactly what I've asked for. And now's the time. Now's the time. All these changes needed to take place to put you in that queen or king energy. Take it how it fits, because we don't look at gender, we look at energy. This energy, magnetic, attractive, absolutely, unapologetically being yourself. This one, same. Boundaries, your truth, being very intentional about your words, your communication, and your truth. Not being afraid to set boundaries, not being afraid to cut anything out or anyone out that doesn't align with you, that doesn't align with your fire and where you're headed. You're standing in your truth, you're finding your voice, and you're not accepting anything less than the best. And you know what the Fool says? You've let go of all the baggage from the past. That was your rerouting. You're starting fresh towards what you want. You're free from all that baggage. You're free. Leave it in the past. It's done. You're free. And now you are on the path towards what it is that you've been asking for. Allow it to come in. And on the way, be very decisive, be very discerning, be very truthful and honest with you in where you're pouring your energy and in whom, who's pouring into you. Are your relationships reciprocal? Are you being paid your worth at your job? Are you feeling like your job is aligned for you? Are you feeling like you are being drawn in a new direction? Pay attention to all of that. Listen to your discernment and any inspiration that you get for any ideas, for any sort of tweaking that you can do or pivots that you can make that are going to take you in the direction of the success that you're asking for. And if you're like, I feel like I'm doing everything right, then you just keep going and you keep expecting the best. Comment below and let me know who I'm reading for.